Good morning, little bugs. Happy vlog day. Tuesday for me, Friday for you. I didn't tell y'all we was taking last week off, but I figured it was implied because when would I have had time to sit down and run my mouth about the stuff that was going on if the stuff that was going on was still in the house. But so this week all we're gonna do is recap spring break. We are going to excuse me, we are going to talk about our first vending event because y'all, we were a vendor at an event and we made some money. And so I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. So we're just gonna do some reviewing. This week is really just review, reflection. Probably what I'm gonna call it, review and reflection. Okay, because that's all it was. Before spring break, we had already been prepared to kind of run a bit of a strict program with my youngest stepson, and a strict program with Rand. Every morning I woke him up at 7:45. Well, he woke up on his own. I never had to wake him up, but he woke up early in the morning each day, and I had him work from 7 until noon on schoolwork. Honestly, like I told my partner, one of two things is happening right now. Either option A, he's just acting out because he really is literally a middle child. Like, his mother has a child younger than him, his father has a child older than him. And he goes back and forth between our houses, but both of those children stay in those houses. And a lot of people don't think shit like that matter, but it do. Like, my sister is always with my mama. My brother is always with my dad unless he's with my grandma. I have to go back and forth between these two people. We don't think that that matters because we just adults moving on in our life, but this is his fucking existence, and he might be acting out because he don't know where he belongs, or he truly is developmentally delayed and he might need some extra classes, special classes, smaller classes. I did mention that to my partner, and basically all he said is we're gonna keep on looking out for it. We don't want to immediately jump into smaller classes because this has been a young man who has always been more intelligent than his age for years, and then one day he wake up and can't remember things and can't do basic math, and it's kind of like, what's going on? So we're just going to continue to keep an eye on it. Over spring break, a few things came out for me. So the first thing that came up for me is I realized that, because like lately, I don't even know if I told y'all, lately I've been having baby fever. But honestly, spring break cured a lot of that baby fever. And not in a bad way, but in a way of, I kind of had a moment where I realized that I was still feeling bad about not wanting children until this past spring break. I used to tell myself it's wrong to be so capable and not want to have children, right? Like, what I did with that young man this week, I feel was super impactful for his life. I feel like it was necessary. I spoke life into him. I made him write, positive things about himself. He created a plan for when he come home from school. Go back to school. I shared the plan with his other parents. I created, a group chat between me, his mother, his father, and his grandmother. So that way, whatever we need to communicate with one another about him, it's right there. Like, all the things that I did let me know that I would be a great mom. And y'all know we out here having sex without no protection. And y'all know this man busting at me. If you don't know, I'm sorry for the overshare. But yes, it's happening. I've gotten to the point now where my prayers went from, God, please don't give me this, to, if it happens, I won't be upset about it. But I'm also, at first I was going to, honestly, because my baby fever was hot. And I was about to stop smoking. I was about to change a lot of things in my life so that I can increase the possibilities of fertility. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to try to get pregnant. I want to continue to live my life. And should I get pregnant, I'm gonna alter my life. I will not continue to smoke marijuana when I'm pregnant or breastfeeding, things of that sort. And so for me, it's like, if it never happens for me, I understand why now. At first, I used to feel so bad. Like, I used to be like, why don't you want to do something that a lot of people tell you you're going to be great at, and you even are great at because you experience it with your students? The reason for it is I don't want to. And so much of my life being a people pleaser, I don't want to has just been a very unacceptable answer to anything, because you're not supposed to not want to do things that you are qualified to do. Like when you are a people pleaser, if you know that you can do it, then you do it. And if you know that you're okay with it, you don't create any issues with it. But I'm getting to this point in my life where it's like, I don't care if I can. Sometimes the answer is no, because I don't want to. And I'm gonna pick that hill to die on. Whether it be about being a parent. I had to give myself that talk about leaving this man, not being in this relationship. Like, you didn't leave because you didn't want to. Every time that I had moments, it was moments this past week, where my stepson pissed me off. And I was just like, why the fuck am I here? And I could hear my own voice in my head say, because you want to be. You can go home. You can go home today and actually live comfortably, because my mama don't even be at our house. I can go to my mama's house today, go to my old room and sit in my old room and be perfectly fine. But that isn't what I want. It's just when I'm doing the thing that I want, which is being here, growing my family, being with this man, sometimes it gets frustrating. It gets exhausting. It gets hurtful. And in those moments, I'm always like, well, why the fuck am I even doing this? And so I am grounding myself in this reminder that anything that we do in this life, we really want to do. Because if you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't do it. Like, there are things in this life that I talk about, or we talk about as people, but I'm just holding myself accountable today. There are things in this life that I talk about every day. I think about every day, but I don't do them. I don't want to do them that bad. And I have to get better. Like, for instance, I bought this split machine. I'm literally looking at it. A flexibility machine. I'm supposed to sit down in it, crank it, and open my legs and start stretching my legs. Y'all, I've used that machine twice since I bought it, and I bought it months ago. That was a verbal reminder to myself to start using it, right? Get on your shit, or do not be upset when the things that should be happening in your life don't. And so that's kind of the kick in the ass I gave myself this week, was like, don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to do everything and be everything. Like, at one point, of the week, I was just like, I can't do this. I didn't say it out loud to anybody. I still did everything that I needed to do. I held the line with my stepson, but I'll be very honest. I was exhausted, and it was a reminder why I didn't want to teach no more. Like, y'all, it was craziness. Honestly, I didn't even vlog yesterday, because yesterday I didn't even clean up. Like, today I cleaned up the house, and now the house feels good. It smells good. Yesterday, I feel like I was just recovering. Yesterday for me felt like the very first day of like spring break, winter break, whatever break that I be on after being with my students. That first day, I don't do anything. I just lay in bed and just be like, that's all I did yesterday. All I did yesterday was a lot of exhaling. Now today, the house is still empty. The house gonna be empty all week, baby. Not been wearing no clothes, because enjoying this naked time, just really been able to relax. I cleaned the house real good this morning, like good. The only thing I didn't do this morning in this house is wipe these walls out. And I'll fuck around and do that tomorrow morning. Wipe the walls down in each room of the house. Because, I got that electric cleaner that I got from Amazon. Another purchase that I bought and I don't be using. So I'm going to charge that hoe up, and I'm going to clean these walls, starting with the boys' room, ending with our room tomorrow. But yeah. Spring break was turbulent, but it was very necessary. I think spring break was the first time that my partner realized that his oldest son is actually doing really well, and he needs to not be as hard on him, and that he needs to put some of that energy into baby boy, because this young man is lazy. He was not doing what he was supposed to do. He will bullshit his work, say he done with it, go start playing. You ain't double checked your work, the work wrong. You just out here practicing wrong. You just comfortable being slow. And then when somebody corrects him, and I say being slow, not in a negative way, but being slow in a way of not knowing, and then there are people around you who can help you, and you still not doing nothing about it. And so, he held him accountable, and I think it was a growing up moment for him, and it was a growing up moment for his child. Number one, I feel like he had to grow up and realize this is my baby, but he's not a baby no more. And I cannot make my oldest son pay for what his mother did. His oldest son, mom, moved him to Georgia. So no, y'all don't have as much of a relationship. And I feel like he still has a lot of wounds from his mother. He's the oldest, and his mother talked to him like that. So he feel like, sure, I can talk to my oldest like that. I'm watching him realize that, like, it is important to have a relationship with my son, and him and his oldest, they're getting better. My oldest baby, snapping. I'll be honest, I have a favorite stepson. It's my oldest. And I honestly, at first I thought it was just because he lost his mother, but I think it really is because I just truly don't know him, and I get a chance to know him, and he's here with me every day. He got A's and B's. I'm so proud of my boy. He went from struggling because he was literally grieving to now getting on point, getting his A's and B's, doing what he needs to do. When he come in the house every day, he take his trash out. He's very efficient. He's very efficient. And I think the thing that makes me respect him the most is I'm 34. And if my mama died, I wouldn't have been able to continue to wake up every day, go to work, be a productive member of society. I would be crying every fucking day. I wouldn't even know what to do with my life. That boy was 15. No, 14. Because he just turned 16. We've had him for 2 birthdays now. That boy was 14 years old when his mother died. His whole life changed for the rest of his fucking life. And he went right to school like the first week of January. He didn't have really no time off. He had the same amount of time off as any kid had. That's insanity. And for him to get to the point now where he's an AB student, doing what he's supposed to do, clock it for him, honestly. Love my oldest. My youngest, love him too, because I've watched him grow and develop. He is my baby. And so we go through these things. I think I feel more comfortable redirecting him because he is my baby. Now, I did have to redirect the oldest because they was playing too fucking much in my house last week. On Wednesday, both of them was in the house. I cussed everybody out. Felt so much like a black mama. This year for Mother's Day, I'm going to celebrate the fuck out of myself. I feel like past years I have allowed, and we've talked about this before, other people and their insecurities and their bullshit to make me feel like I'm unworthy. This year, though, I'm making myself a pretty outfit. I'm buying myself flowers, even though I know my man go overdo it. Because as I shift gears, because I'm looking at the time. I want to make sure I get to work on time. My man, y'all. This man took me through it, and I got the video proof to show y'all. But the journey was him going through it as well, first of all. That's why I constantly did not bash him. But every day since his life has gotten more stable, this man has done something to show me how much he appreciates me. Like at my vendor event, we were about to get ready to go set me up for my vendor event, and I was just kind of sitting there. We wasn't talking about spring break. We wasn't talking about the kids or nothing. And out of nowhere, he just looked over at me and was like, "Thank you, baby." And I was like, "What for?" And he was like, "All your help this week with the kids and with the youngest and just everything." Women, period, don't get thanked often. I can't think about how often I saw my mother be thanked. That's why I think we as kids, we thank her so much. Being a mom, being the woman of the house is often a thankless job. Now, don't get me wrong, Mother's Day gets pumped up, so I won't make it seem like that, because fathers, y'all catch it. But day to day, because you are the mom, because you are the person who go above and beyond and do certain stuff, even the things that people complain about, oh my God, she got to make everything so cute, she got to do everything. If you don't do it, they going to say something. And that makes it thankless, because if I do it and you don't say nothing, hold on, let me get myself ready to clock in. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back and probably at a different angle because my phone fell when I ran to go set my timer, but we almost done. But anyways, yes, being a mom or being the person who does the most, I'll say, for people, is sometimes a thankless job, because people feel like, well, that's what she want to do, so we ain't got to really do too much. We ain't got to really say too much. So the fact that he thanked me last weekend was everything. Because, you know, we've been together for so long and we're just not traditional in any right. He's been letting me know that he's been looking for my official engagement ring. I feel like we've been engaged forever, right? because he proposed to me the way I wanted to be proposed to, which is in private. I just don't like grand gestures, but he's a very grand gesture type of guy. And it's funny because I like big things, but I don't know. It's like I'm dramatic, but I don't really care for grand gestures. And honestly, I'm getting better at learning to care for grand gestures, because I realize the reason that I don't care for grand gestures is the reason that I didn't let a lot of people know about my pop-up event. I don't want to be disappointed, and so I try to avoid disappointment by not expecting a lot, and that's just not cool. Like, I need to start opening my heart up to expecting a lot and to wanting a lot and understanding that disappointment will come with it, and then I need to work on my relationship with disappointment. I realized I think I have a good relationship with disappointment because I constantly intentionally set myself up for situations where I'm not going to be disappointed, and that's not the same thing. So he has proposed to me, but I feel like we've been through a lot. Like, we almost broke up. I was ready to leave him. We had so many moments. So I do feel like this year is a bit of a rebirth for us. So the fact that he's been looking for rings, y'all, I'm finna have some blingy, blingy, bling, bling on this left hand. Now, I wear a ring. I wear a black band and this ring that I've always kind of had for a while. Just because if you're a woman, you know it's easier to wear a ring and let men leave you alone than it is to walk around here with an empty finger having men bother you. So I wear a ring, but I only wear it when I go outside. I cannot wait until he put this ring on, that rock on my finger. I'm always wear it. Y'all gonna always see it every fucking week. Today he sent me $40 for lunch. I'm like, damn, nigga, who you think you feeding? But whatever. Just like watching him realize that I got a real one, first of all. Him showing appreciation for the way I, sat through the storm with him. And I think also just like him growing up in general. Like, he's growing up as a man, like realizing the things that he needs to fix and change in his life. And I know that it's not just because of me. Like, I pushed the ball, right? I got the ball rolling, but he is keeping that bitch rolling, and I'm proud of him. I love him so fucking much. And I think that's the reason that I didn't leave. I didn't leave because I felt like if I had left him and I had to start doing other things or dating new people or what have you, all that was going to do was disrupt those relationships. Like, there was so much undone, unwritten in this relationship. Like, I was telling one of my friends this weekend when they came to see me at my pop-up event, I don't want to judge a person by their worst moment. I just don't. And maybe that's wrong. Like, maybe people are like, who a person becomes in their worst moment should determine how you slide. For me, it's the bounce back. We go through a hard time. I need to see how you bounce back from it. And I need to see how long it is before we go through another hard time. I'm going to be honest with y'all. He don't got no window for the next 2-3 years for us to go through no bullshit. I ain't going to even lie. Especially if the bullshit is avoidable. I can't handle that. But right now it's looking beautiful, and I'm gonna let it keep looking beautiful. Our first pop-up event, I'm in with that. It was a success, y'all. So we did art therapy here in Chicago. Honestly, I'm gonna just get with the coordinator of the program, Binky, and I'm gonna let him know whenever y'all have it. If it's at that same location, please let me know. I will definitely continue to buy my vendor spot, and I will continue to come. I heard the community, they definitely want me to bring wearables. So my next one, I'm going to have a few cardigans. I'm trying to make 1 or 2 cardigans. I'm going to make one a little bit too small for me. And then I'll make one my size, and I'll make one a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to sell them bitches, because them hoes, I'm going to make a $80 one, and I'm going to make a $150 one. And I'm going to have them with me. So my next goal for my next vending event is to have more actual clothes and more hats with ears, because that's what's sold. So let's talk about what's sold. One of my closest friends from high school, Natalie, I've known her shit since 7th grade, actually. She came. She was my first customer. She bought a ruffle hat to actually match the purse that I made her. She was wearing the purse, y'all. I almost cried. I ain't gonna lie to you, I almost cried. And then I sold those 2 hats that I made that got ears on them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep my ruffle hats, but I'm not going to make no more for a while. And then I'm going to just make the hats with the I'm going to make some hats with the ears on it. And I'm going to do some baseball caps with some ears on it. And then I'm going to make a couple cardigans. So that's kind of like my next move. But we made $160 in one night. We paid $50 to be there. So we came up $100. It was great. It was great. I felt very in my element. I love I love that I saw success. I think that was my fear. My fear was going and not making no money. Like even if my friend Natalie was my only sale and I just made the money back that I spent that day, that would make me feel better. You know what I mean? But the fact that she wasn't my only sale, the fact that, it made me feel good. The biggest feedback I have to give to myself is I have to let the people in my life, like my family and my friends, know a lot sooner, and I have to be a lot more consistent with letting them know, because everybody kept on going, oh, we would have came, and I realized that the reason that they didn't know was because of me. Like, I'm just in tunnel mode, I'm just going, and I have to understand that I also need to have my village with me and my people with me. So there's that. But that's it, y'all. Like, spring break, like I said, spring break was very rewarding, even with the difficult moments, because I think the difficult moments made me realize how much I love this man and how much I love his kids and how much I really do, see this family as my family. And I had to remind myself of that, and you just kind of ground myself in that. My relationship with my partner is getting amazing. That was one of the biggest reasons that I didn't just end the relationship, because I just felt like it would have just created a massive amount of mess for me, him, and whoever else either one of us tried to get involved with. So let's just try this. If it didn't work, then I would have felt better walking away. But things are working well. He's been doing well with the car note. He's been budgeting. He's taking care of the boys. He's doing what he needs to do for me. I can't complain about anything. The boys are taken care of. I'm taken care of. And it allows me to take care of him in the house and myself. So now my next move is to just create. I got some photo shoots coming up. I got some events coming up. I got some collaborations coming up. If you see this and you in Chicago, you want to collaborate with me, hit me up. I'm talking really fast because I got one more minute. But we're going to get up out of here. I love y'all. And I will talk to y'all next week.